upskilling and training, getting a driver's license, support writing a CV and cover letter, interview preparation. Like I said yesterday, these things are very important because I went through a whole few years when they asked me, tell us about yourself. I literally told them about my village. But alas, that is not the case. Career advice as well as finding a job. Joining me this morning to tell us a little bit more about Tupua Teodo and the possibilities for you that are tuning in this morning is Tupua Teodo employment coach, Mr. Henry Perez. Talo falava and welcome to the show, sir.
Talo falava there, Tau Ilili. Great to be here.
And Happy New Year's, by the way.
You too, brother.
Like I always say to people in Pacific Island circles, New Year is valid. It will only be invalid when it's April Fool's Day. So if somebody says to you Happy New Year after April 1st, you know they want something or they're taking a mickey. Brother, let us kickstart by telling us a little bit, and our audience, a little bit about Tupua Teodo Whamamoni.
Oh, thank you so much. Look, Tupua Teodo is a program that was set up by the Ministry of Pacific People through the manager of that program, Jay Stowers. And it's an amazing program. It's about helping our Pacific people move into not just jobs but meaningful work. We sit down with them and we take a look at what they want to do, what they're passionate about as well, and also we move towards what they really want. Sometimes it might mean that they need to do a bit of studies and get some upskilling involved there, which we encourage and help them move towards. So we've got people that are currently doing between 1 and level 7 of training. So we've got some youth guarantee programs that we put people into, and they are studying at sort of that groundswell level up to level 2 in trades areas like mechanics, carpentry and that sort of thing. We also have people that are going to be moving into university starting in March this year as well, some in law and things like that. And also we've got obviously people that are looking for work, for which we've placed people into work already as well in all sorts of different areas. I think the point of difference for me is that we make sure that we try and line them up with what they really, really want and are passionate about, and we help them staircase themselves there as well. So, for example, we've got a lady that was affected by the COVID pandemic, and she was a flight attendant. So she's currently, working in hospitality, but her goal is to get back to that once things pick up again. So we help, help staircase them. I think the bottom line with Tupua Teodo, it's a really amazing program that helps people move from where they're at right now into that career or job. And if you go back a couple of generations ago, this is what our parents or grandparents sort of hope for. If they were here today to see what this program, they'd be really, really happy in my mind.
With you on that. Now, when we said they, who are eligible to join? Is it age specific, or do they have to have some prerequisite of any particular studies or existing? Tell us about the eligibility, brother.
Okay, eligibility is they have to be not in education, employment or training, so they can't be currently working or studying at the moment. So that's one key prerequisite. Also, the age group limit is 15, and there's no limit after that. There used to be, but because of COVID, they took that away. And it's really good because we've got people that are, 60 that we currently work with and that are working now. So I think that's really good. Also, you have to be from one of the Pacific Islands as well, Niue, Tonga, Samoa, any of the Pacific Islands. And that's basically...
South Island.
Yeah, you got that right. That's deep south you're talking about, eh? Yeah.
Now, we were talking about some of the services I was mentioning on upskilling is one of them. Okay. And I like how you were using the example of the young lady from flight attending, because when you look at hospitality, that it's so almost like a natural transition
Yeah,
just to get them through for
yeah.
the season. Because even jobs are now redefined.
Oh, they,
There are some that were existing beforehand, and thank you to
yeah,
COVID, we don't know whether there is a future. Now,
yeah.
in terms of additional services that Tupua Teodo provide, can you go through some of them other than the upskilling and the preparation for interviews and things like that?
Okay. So what we do is that we align them to industry training as well. So there might be forklift licenses. So we put a lot of people through forklift licenses. That's counterbalance and reach, and they have moved into jobs very quickly because of the way the market is at the moment. Also, for the trades area like site safe, contract safe, those type of training, we cover that as well. Also, we use other services too, like Dress for Success for clothing for the ladies, free clothing, and they do a wonderful job. I have to say, Dress for Success, and yeah, I think a lot of other things that we provide, like driver's licenses. So we do learners, restricted, and full driver's licenses as well, and we provide training. We pay for the lessons as well for that. Those things are really huge for them because a lot of our people have had license up restricted for years and haven't moved, or learners for years and haven't moved. So now we have the capability of making that change for them and moving them, and getting it paid for and sorting it out for them and things. But I think the importance of, like you had talked about before, about mentorship, about helping people, getting them into the right headspace in terms of why they want to do a job, or taking like transferable skills and moving them from, like I said before, the hospitality girl, the market's changed, but security's really good. So we're looking at doing a COA for her, which is Certificate of Approval. And she's going to, transfer her skills into that area. Not only that, she really wants to do that. She's found she's passionate about that as well. So, we cover quite a few things in terms of that.
For those of our Pacific diaspora that are tuning in today, how can they sign up and get more information with regards to Tupua Teodo initiative?
Okay, so I think for us, I'm really encouraging people to come and join us. It doesn't cost anything, and if you meet the criteria, which is pretty easy to do in terms because there's no age real barrier. We've got an 0800 number, which is 0800 00 222. It's 0800 00 222, or a landline 09252 0055, or you can just go to our website and all that information's on there. But if you phone and just ask for anybody in the Tupu team, we've got some really great employment coaches led by Fia Wilson, who's really great leader, and we're really keen to talk to anybody about this. It doesn't cost you anything, and we do a really good job too in terms of setting up a really good process and registration and assessment for you.
I think it's also important to remind our people too that times have changed, and as you say in the Bible, that too will pass.
Yes.
And so I think it's about looking at where you are and what you want to achieve, and just get involved with these free initiatives.
Yes.
Just to get you by for the meantime, and just understand that the world literally has changed, and that may not necessarily be a bad thing.
Yeah.
It just means that you may need to relook at whatever skills that you have, the transferable ones, and see what else is out there that kind of meets and matches what you bring into the table.
Yes.
So it's that's what we would encourage them. That's for me anyway, because we all know. I mean, we heard the stories of the pilots that is now packing groceries and packing save.
Definitely.
So pride, you really have to set that aside and just do what you need to do to, have a bit of electricity and water run through your house. Brother, lastly, before we go, any encouraging words or anything you want to say to our community that are tuning in and are not working at the moment?
Oh, look, I just want to say to you, if you're at home, you're not working, you're not studying, please give us a call. We're very keen to have you as part of our program. I didn't mention before this, but we also work with you for up to a year. So we do pastoral care. If you've got a job, and we've got a few that are working at the moment that we support. And I just yesterday dropped off some work gear that one of the guys needed as extra work gear. He's works in a big estate area working on roading. So we support you not only before you get into work, but after as well. We're really keen to have you call us. Please give us a call.
I like that. Hey, Tawanu Nick is saying talofa to you.
Oh, malo. Talofa
He's
lava.
always up early.
Is he?
You feel that, Tawanu? Hey, look, Henry Perez, thank you very much for your time this morning, and we encourage. Thank you for providing that information for our people to look into, and we hope to speak with you again, brother.
Oh, look, I'm looking forward to coming back, Tauilili. Look, thank you so much for the time today. You're a fantastic host. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It is now 18 minutes to 9 o'clock. Here is some music from Rachel Cruz with Like the Ocean to take us through for now.